If you haven't noticed, all of creationist questions have been answered. Apologetics is a field or discipline of theology which aims to present a rational basis for the belief in God, usually defending this position against objections and criticism. In other words, apologetics is defending the belief in God. All of creationist questions have been answered. You can almost create a system to answer every one of the rhetorical questions or criticism. I don't know who made it, but it's actually quite good. For those concerns that the creationists have that are not addressing the rhetorimatic tool, we also have some other very smart questions. So I quite frankly don't understand why they still asking the same questions and voicing the same criticism. I don't think they care that we have answered all of them and have honed every one of their moronic criticism to science, evolution, atheism as a whole. I don't really think they know that they have already lost the war. Either they don't know it or they don't want to acknowledge. Either way, are we? They're lost. Apologetics is defending the belief in God. And there are several varieties. Evidentialist and historical apologetics are the ones who uses the Bible as a historical document in order to prove the historical truth of the existence of Jesus Christ and his work and miracles in the first century of our era. Philosophical apologetics use several arguments that we here at YouTube are sick of listening to them. The cosmological argument argues that existence of the universe demonstrates that God exists. This argument is often used by William Wayne Craig when he says that everything that begins to exist has a cause. You know which one I'm talking about. The teleological argument argues that there is a purposeful design in the world around us, and a design requires a designer. This designer is what they call God. This is another argument we know very well. The ontological argument argues that every concept of God demands that there is an actual existent God. If you are discussing about God, you have already proven he exists. The moral argument argues that there are not any real, objectively valid moral values. Then there must be an absolute from which they are derived, and that absolute moral values are given by God. The transcendental argument argues that all our abilities to think and reason require the existence of God. And of course, it is the most hideous of them all, the presuppositional arguments, which argues that the basic belief of theists and non-theists require God as a necessary precondition. They go further in saying that you cannot know anything for sure without God. Other philosophical arguments are the ones by the Alvin Plantingas and William Lane Craigs of the world, the basic belief and the Pascal wager, etc., etc. And of course, there is the creationist apologetics. From those you find the young earth creationists who believe the earth is 6,000 years old. Also believe that the flood is the one who created the many of our features, etc., etc. Believe that Methuselah is a man who can believe the 900 years old. The Tower of Bible was the one who created the languages, etc., etc. Quite crazy. And those are the ones who most attack science. The ones that we most like to debunk and criticize, even mock here at YouTube. Prophetic apologetics are the ones who says that all the prophecies are being fulfilled throughout the history of men, and they use that as evidence of the existence of God. Biblical apologetics are the ones who try to defend biblical contradictions and the criticism that they bring. Moral apologetics are the ones who says that they cannot be moral if God did not exist. So God is the sole source of morals to people. Scientific apologetics are the ones who try to use science to prove the existence of God, are continuously looking for those shady research that might hint the existence of God. For instance, John Paul II believed that the Big Bang was a good theory for God because in the singularity all the physical laws cease to exist, and he said that in that moment is where the existence of God started, in the moment where physical laws are broken. And the last, and I will think one of the most annoying of all of the apologetics, is the presuppositional apologetics. The only ones that were missing from this list, from this rhetorimatic tool, are the presuppositional apologetics, those being preached now by the likes of Eric Holbein and Saiten Brogenkate. Usually presuppositionalists claim that Christians cannot consistently declare his belief of God and argue on the basis of a different set of assumptions that God may not exist and the biblical revelation may not be true. It's a stupid position. Basically, they are avoiding any confrontation by saying, I am right, you're wrong, and that's it. But the funny part of that argument is the one that says that you cannot know everything without God. This argument is so stupid that even a 5-year-old can destroy it with a simple answer. Let's watch.
What is your evidence with God? Do you have because whenever you have God talking to you, it's just one part of your brain actually talking to yourself.
The proof of God is that without God, you can't know anything. And that's exactly what we've seen here, is we've seen somebody say, I could be wrong about everything. They've given up knowledge in order to deny the God that they know exists. And that's why the Bible says it is so foolish to deny God. If you don't know everything, then you can't know anything to be absolutely true.
So if I don't know everything in the world, then I don't know that you exist?
Unless you have revelation from somebody who does know everything. And that somebody that does know everything is God.
So
and young man,
so that means if I don't know everything, that means that I don't know if God exists.
You can't know anything. You can't even, you can't. The argument, and I'm sorry, Max, thanks for trying to get up.
Some other topics that might not be treated here are some philosophical apologetics. All of them has been very well debunked here in YouTube. I will put some links that will treat them. Such like Wisdom in Nature, which is a philosopher here in YouTube who have, in a very simple, short, and very well expressed short videos, destroy every one of these philosophical apologetics or philosophical arguments for the existence of God. Even Muslim has been addressed by the Orientalists or clean short. Those Muslims who are spreading lies against science or trying to equal Islam with science has also been confronted by another excellent YouTuber, which is Stop Spamming One, which have made excellent videos against those Islamists. So what are these fundamentalists left with to argue or discuss with free thinkers, reasonable scientists, atheists, etc.? They are left with nothing. Every time this confrontation happens, they lose. So that's why this presuppositional argument is so appealing to them, because this is an argument that they say, I don't have to have an argue, I cannot argue the existence of God because I have been revealed to me, not only by the book, but also the knowledge put in my head that God exists. So I don't need to discuss that. So basically, they have created an apologetic that allows them to avoid any argument relating to the existence of God or the validity of the Bible. And that's the only corner they have left. We have been punching them towards the corner, and they cannot go anywhere else. All the arguments they have been destroyed. They can only do two things: either repeat the same arguments again and again and again, or either avoid the argument. That's it. And that's what we get now in YouTube. Creation is saying the same thing again and again and again. And or creationists that avoid the argument by hiding behind the closet or bunking into a corner. How do you read this? We have won. There is nothing more left to fight. We just have to keep on doing this until these fundamentalists fade away into YouTube history. That's it. There is not much else to do other than creating videos interesting of new scientific topics and new knowledge, etc., for our intellectual growth. But I think that this creationist, fundamentalist, Islamic, whatever argument is finished. They don't have anything else to bring to the table. And we keep on coming with better responses, better way to argue, and better way to debate them, better way to destroy them. Let us pat ourselves in our shoulder. Keep up the good work. It is paying. It is paying. Thank you for your attention.